Namaste, yogis. Welcome to your Friday Flow. I'm Carter, and today's practice is for the guys. Let's get to our mat. All right, gentlemen, let's start at the front of our mat. Spread your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Bend the knees a little bit. Start to bring your belly towards your thighs. Drop your arms, tuck your chin. Take a nice big inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Let go of all the stuff you've been carrying on your shoulders. Sway the hips a little bit from side to side. Bend and straighten the knees. Nice. Inhale, come up halfway. Knees straighten, back flattens. Lift the chin and chest. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, walk yourself all the way back to the top of a push-up plank. Push through the heels, tuck the tailbone, lift the chin, lift the chest. Rotate the creases of your elbows a little bit forward. You may have to rotate the hands out a little bit. And then lower halfway down, elbows nice and close to the rib cage. And then press yourself all the way back up. Let's do it one more time. Exhale. Inhale. Lift your hips. Down dog. Bend right knee, bend left knee. Shake the head, soften the jaw. Think long spine rather than straight knees. Bring your big toes a little bit closer together. Lift your right heel towards the ceiling. Step your right foot between the hands. And then swivel your back foot and lift your arms up, warrior one. And then bend those elbows, hands and elbows draw back, lift the heart, lift the chin, lift the chest. And then interlace your fingers behind your back. Keep your elbows bent to start with. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, squeeze the elbows together, and then slowly start to straighten the elbows as you start to feel sensation fronts of the shoulders and chest. Hinge a little bit forward so the belly hovers over the right thigh. Bring the weight to your right foot. And then just bring that back foot up off the ground. So standing on one foot. One more deep full breath here. And then we're going to step that left foot all the way back. Again, we're going to press the bottom of the foot down. Release your hands, stretch them up nice and tall. This is warrior one. Twist to the left, open up your arms, widen your stance. Warrior two. So right knee's pressing out towards right pinky toe. Relax the shoulders, swivel the palms up and down. And then take this left hand, just drop it down the legs, slide that right arm up and over that right ear. On your exhalation, take your right forearm to your right knee, slide the left arm over the left ear. And then we're going to move through those two poses a couple times. So it's inhale, come back into reverse warrior. Right arm reaches up and over. And then into extended side angle, so forearm to knee, left arm reaches up and over. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. And then exhale. And then look down to your right big toe. Take your left hand down, roll onto your left toes, and twist and open, reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. This is Dragonfly Twist. Stay here for a moment. And we're going to step this right foot back about halfway. And then we're going to roll all 10 toes out to the right. So we're on the outside of the left foot. The right foot's pressing down. And the right arm's going to slide over the right ear. And we're going to press through that right foot and lift the hips up. And then slowly let that left hip lower down. Let it hover. Take your right hand, reach back for that left foot. Let's do it again. Inhale, reach it up and over. Keep pressing through the right foot. Inhale, lower down. Inhale, reach it up and over. One more time, lower. Inhale, sweep it up and over. Plant the hand down. Right foot steps back into plank. Let's do a yogi push-up again. Elbows nice and close to the rib cage. Press it up. Let's do it one more time. Lift the hips, down dog. Pedal feet, pedal knees, wag the tail. Big inhale, slow exhale. All right, left heel towards the ceiling. We're just doing the same thing other side. Left foot steps forward. Swivel your back foot. Arms reach up into warrior one. Elbows bend, hands and elbows draw back as we open up through the front of the chest. Interlace the fingers behind the back. This time, see if you can bring the opposite thumb on top. Squeeze shoulder blades. Maybe straighten elbows. Lean a little bit forward. And then bring that back foot up off the ground. A moment. And then left knee bends a little. Right foot steps all the way back to your warrior one. Arms reach up. Twist to the right, warrior two, widen the stance a bit. Left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Opening up through the chest and the hips. Gaze over the left finger. And then drop this right hand down. Slide this left arm up and over that left ear. So reverse warrior. Left knee is bent, finding space in the left ribs. And then extended side angle. So left forearm to left knee. Right arm reaches up and over. So nice and long through the right side body. And then we're going to move through it a couple times. So inhale, reverse warrior. Left arm reaches up and over. Exhale, extended side angle. One more time, inhale, reverse, and then exhale. And let's bring that right hand down, roll onto the right toes, twist and open, left arm reaches up. Stay here for a moment. Big inhale, slow exhale. And then left foot steps back about halfway. Swivel all 10 toes out to the left. Reach that left arm up and over the left ear. Push into your left foot. Lift your left hip up. Lower the right hip down and reach the left arm back. Let's do it again. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up and over. Let's do that one more time. Last time, up, over, and down with the hand. Left foot steps back. 2 yogi push-ups. Into down dog. 3 breaths here. Movement or stillness, whatever's working for you. And I find it interesting that I actually have to say this is for men because the marketing of yoga has really targeted women, which is interesting because yoga was originally designed in India for men, that women weren't allowed to do yoga. So interesting how powerful marketing can be. All right, inhale, come onto your toes, bend your knees, walk, step or float your feet to your hands. Inhale, come up halfway, flatten and lengthen. Exhale, fold, tuck your chin, release the head. Inhale all the way up standing, arms reach up, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, a little bend and straightening of the knees, just get a sense of the body, shake out the hands. I want you to bring your awareness to the curvature of your back. Let's draw that tailbone under, engage the belly, bend your knees, drop your seat, extend your arms out in front of you like you're going to hand somebody a present, and then start to lift your arms up towards the ceiling. So this is seated chair pose or Utkatasana, and we're going to give ourselves a little bit of challenge today. So let's take the hands to heart center. Let's twist to the right. Take your left elbow and rest it onto the thigh. Now if you can't get here, right hand to right hip, left hand to right knee. Okay? Bring the weight to your right foot and then just bend your left knee. So now we are standing on one foot and we're going to take that left foot and we're going to bring it all the way back. Whew. So keep the twist. So either you're here, if you can't have that twist, or you're here, right? Either one, doesn't matter. So if the hands are in prayer, lift yourself up and then everybody open up your arms, look for your right thumb. Take your right hand behind your back. Take your left arm, reach it up and over. So you got a twist with a lunge. Big inhale, slow exhale. And then swim both hands down around the right foot. Step your right foot back. And now lower to your elbows, forearm plank, push through the heels, tuck the tailbone, lift the chin, relax your jaw. 2 breaths. All right, lower just your knees. Point your toes and press the tops of the feet into the ground. Torso stays right where it's at. Keep tucking the tailbone and keep lifting the chin. And nice and slowly lower the thighs, lower the hips, lower the belly, pull the heart through the arms and lengthen through the spine. So this is Sphinx Pose. Legs are squeezing together. Arms are pressing down and back. So you're like trying to pull the torso or the body forward and up. But draw the chin down a little bit. Now we're just going to move the head a little right and left. So you can feel those muscles in the front of the neck. And I want you to see if you can soften the lower part of the back. Find length within the belly. This is the counter pose for engaging through the belly. All right, so we're just going to reverse it all. So draw the chin towards the chest. Lift your belly, lift your ribs, lift your hips, lift your thighs. Knees down, feet down, tailbone tucks. Into forearm plank, so roll over your toes, lift your knees. Breath. Into plank, hands under shoulders, lift yourself on up. Into down dog, hips lift. Pedal feet, pedal knees, wag your tail. Big inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. And then inhale, come onto your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, walk, step or float, feet to hands. Inhale up halfway, flatten and lengthen. Exhale, fold, tuck your chin. And then bend the knees, drop the seat, sweep your arms up, back into that seated chair pose. We're going to do the same thing other side. So hands come to heart center, twist to the left, right elbow onto the thigh or knee. And again, keep in mind, if you can't get there, right hand to left knee, left hand to hip. You're going to bring the weight to the left foot. You're just going to bend the right knee. All right, so you're here or you're here. A moment, don't want to rush it. And then right foot steps all the way back. And then lift the torso up. Keep the twist, arms open up, look for your left thumb. Left knee is bent. We're kind of looking underneath that left shoulder. And then left hand slides behind the back. Right arm reaches up and over. You got a twist, you got a lunge. And then exhale, both hands down. Left foot steps back. Let's go into the forearm plank again. Elbows down. In forearm plank, the palms can be open and flat. The palms could be in fists, or you could interlace fingers. Doesn't matter. What you're focusing on, though, is belly, tucking the tailbone, pushing through the heels, lifting the chin and chest. One more deep, full breath. Lower just the knees. Point your toes, press the tops of the feet into the ground. If you're doing it right, you may start shaking a little. And then lower the thighs, hips, belly. And then pull that heart forward into Sphinx. See if you can create space between your shoulders and ears. Draw the chin down a little bit. Moving with the head side to side. And then this time, let's cross the forearms and rest all the way down. And rest for a moment. All right, so now we're going to do a little bit more for the fronts of the shoulders and the chest. This is one of my favorite. So you're going to take your left arm, you're going to extend it out to the left like a wing, and then you're just going to bend that left elbow so the elbow is in 90 degrees. So the elbow is in alignment with the shoulder. And you're going to look to the right, and you're going to rest your left cheek onto the ground. You're going to take your right hand underneath your shoulder like you're going to do a push-up. And when you squeeze your legs together, you're going to roll to your left hip and extend your right leg behind you So you start to feel some sensation in the front of that left shoulder or left side of the chest. Now, there are some options here. You can move your right hand around in a way that supports the twist. You can bend the right knee and try to get your right foot to the floor. And if you want to bind, you can take the right hand back and grab that right foot, ankle, or shin. And then wherever you are, give yourself a couple deep, full breaths. Opening up through the shoulder and chest is something that I find needed every single day, because I'm working on the computer, I'm playing with my phone, I'm playing with my son, and everything is like chin is dropping, shoulders are dropping forward. So this is a nice counter pose. All right, let go of everything. Right hip comes down. Back to center. Cross your forearms, rest your chin, cheek, forehead. Let's bend both knees, windshield wiper your legs side to side. And then we're going to do the same thing other side. So take your time, so knees straighten. Right arm extends out to the right, and then bend the right elbow in 90 degrees so it looks like a half of a goalpost. Squeeze your legs together, point your toes. Look to the left, come to your right cheek. Left hand comes down, that's the support. And then roll under your right hip and extend that left leg as far behind you as you can. And then soften the right shoulder, right chest. And then you have those options. So left hand can move around, pressing down to get that twist. Left knee can bend, so the left foot tries to find the floor. Or left hand reaches back, foot, ankle, or shin. Ooh, that's a doozy. This is for quadricep, it's for hip flexor. It's for that whole front quadricep area. One more deep, full breath wherever you are. I'm really resting on the microphone here, sorry. One more breath. This area in the chest and shoulder, very strong and can be very sensitive. So take your time here. Let it all go. Left hip comes all the way back down. Left hand comes down. Let's cross the forearms again. Give your body a chance to digest what just happened. Yeah. Hands under shoulders. Let's bring ourselves up into table. And let's ease ourselves back into child's pose. So bring your big toes together. Knees are nice and wide. And then soften the torso down. Just a moment to kind of check in with the entire body. How the breath moves in and out. And then gently bring yourself up into table. Little wag of the tail. And then down dog, roll over your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips. And then bring your big toes a little closer together. Lift your right heel towards the ceiling. Let's bend the right knee and stack the right hip on top of left hip, getting a little bit of space in the right ribs and the right hip. And then let's bring the right shin forward for pigeon on the right side. So I like to start with a nice big angle of the shin. So the right heel is somewhere around, let's say, the left hip bone. Square the hips and lengthen. If you have any issues with your knees, slide something soft underneath the right hip or right thigh. You could also slide something soft underneath this back knee as well. If you just don't feel enough, you can always scoot this right foot forward. Drop the elbows and soften all the way down. Big inhale, slow exhale. So I label this practice for men because there's a lot of men out there that think, well, yoga's for women, so I'm not going to do it. And then they may see, oh yeah, yoga for men. That means that I can do it. And to be quite honest, this practice is for everyone. It's just that for us men, we often are a little bit more
tight than women, just because sometimes the mass of our body is a little bit bigger. And I say that if you can see me, I don't have a lot of mass. But I have a lot of men in yoga class that are just really big and strong. So their flexibility is not there. And it doesn't mean you can't do yoga if you're not flexible. You do yoga to either become malleable or stay malleable, right? You don't do yoga because you are flexible. So for a lot of men, we're kind of geared towards muscle mass. And so I want to make sure that we're addressing some of that mass and making sure we're flexible in that mass. All right, hands on our shoulders, lift yourself on up, drop your right hip, sweep your left leg around. Extend both legs out in front of you, give them a shake, and then bend the left knee, take the left foot over the right leg. Left hand to the floor by the hip or by the spine. Take the crease of the right elbow around the left knee and squeeze that thigh towards the belly and gently twist to the left. Big inhales as you lengthen, slow exhales as you twist. And this is a practice, it's 30 minutes, and this is a practice that you can do literally every single day, and it kind of addresses a lot of those problem areas: shoulders, chest, lower back, hips, and hamstrings. That's for not just men, but most people hold their stress and tension in that area. Inhale back to center, unfold the legs, bend both knees, both feet to the floor, hands behind the knees, lean back, give yourself a little balance here, and then start to lift the feet up. Knees can be bent or straight, hands can hang on, or they can extend out in front of you. One deep full breath. Cross at your ankles, draw your feet towards you, roll over your feet, plant your hands, come into the top of a push-up, and we're going to lower halfway down, and then we're going to roll over the toes for up dog. So elbows are straight, only the tops of the feet are on the ground, and we're trying to lift the heart up towards the ceiling as we lift the gaze. Exhale, engage the belly, lift the hips, down dog. Big inhale, slow exhale. Let's do pigeon other side. So left heel towards the ceiling. Bend your left knee, stack your left hip on top of right hip. Left shin forward. Same thing, take your time getting into it. So big angle of the shin, square the pelvis to the floor. Manipulate that left foot until you feel enough in the hip. Support your knees. And then soften all the way down. Yoga is not a gender practice. If you have a body, then you can do yoga. It doesn't matter what kind of body. You can be super skinny. You can be 40 pounds overweight. You can be have a busted up knee, busted up shoulder, an amputee. You can be in a wheelchair. You can practice if you're 18, 50, 80, 90, 100, 120. Everyone's practice is different. It's not about looking a certain way. It's not about moving in a certain way. It's about feeling a certain way. And when we put judgment on the practice, we put judgment on other things, and we want to steer clear of that. So we want to keep not only the body malleable, but we want to keep the mind malleable. To be open to something that's new, something that's different, something that is unique. And at the end of it, you may be like, wow, that was pretty cool. I like that. I'm going to do that again because it felt good. One more deep, full breath. We're spending a little bit more time in the hips because they are so big and strong. And we hold so much stress and tension in it. All right, hands under shoulders, lift yourself on up, drop to your left hip, sweep your right leg around, extend both legs out in front of you, give them a shake. Bend your right knee, take your right foot, step it over the left leg. Right hand comes to the floor by the hip or by the spine, take the crease of the left elbow around the right knee. The inhalation is lengthening through spine. The exhalation is twisting to the right. Big inhale, slow exhale. Wringing out the day, wringing out all the stuff that we don't need, giving ourselves a chance to put down all the baggage that we've been carrying along with us for so long. Awesome. Inhale, back to center. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Give it a little shake. Hinge forward. Arms can rest on the thighs. Palms can be up. Or if you're going to reach, see if you can keep your spine straight. So if you start rounding to get somewhere, you may want to think that again and stay a little higher up. You could always take the hands underneath the knees, bring the belly button towards the thighs. And just so you guys, just so you know, I've been practicing yoga since I've been 20. I'm over 50, so it's over 30 some years. And this is about it for my forward fold, right? I could touch my toes, that's about it. But that's it, right? I mean, when I started, I wasn't even close. But 30 years of practice, and there's days where I'm more flexible than others, and I don't want to say that I'm not, but this is it for a lot of work, right? So I'm not concerned about it. It doesn't make me a bad person, right? And then inhale, come on up, bend your knees, bring your feet to the floor, lower to your back. Once you get here, we're going to go into bridge pose. So I want your feet about hips distance apart, and they're close to your hips. So if your hands are by your side body, you may be able to feel your heels. And you're going to slowly lift your tailbone, lower back, mid back, and you go as high as you would like. If you get up to your shoulder blades, you may need to rock yourself a little bit from side to side and squeeze the shoulder blades together. The hands could be on the hips, the ankles, or you could interlace the fingers. This is a nice counter pose for the abdominal area that we were really engaging with those forearm planks. So think about space within the belly, maybe space again in front of the shoulders and chest, and maybe a little bit of length in the quadriceps as well. And you're going to feel a little bit of heat in the lower back, so give yourself 2 more breaths here. And then nice and slowly lower the hips all the way down. Move your knees right and left to make sure the back stays a little bit malleable. And then you're going to take your right leg, or your right hamstring, and you're going to stack it on the left thigh. And you're going to let the knees drop to the left. Arms open up, chin drops towards the right shoulder. Take a nice big inhale through your nose, exhale out your mouth. Moment to soften here. We're starting to wind down from practice. So a little bit of gratitude for your body. A little gratitude for the opportunity we have to move through our day, mindful of the sensations in the body. And then gently bring your knees back on up. You're going to just unfold, and you're going to do the other side. So left hamstring stacks onto the right thigh. Knees gently drop to the right. Arms open up again. Chin drops towards that left shoulder. Big inhale and slow exhale. Softening and surrendering. For a lot of us men, we hold so much tension because of the responsibilities that we put on ourselves. Not only taking care of ourselves, but taking care of our friends, our family, our loved ones. Some of us feel like we need to take care of the world, that we're not doing enough. So we start at the point of taking care of ourselves so we can take care of others. If we're all jacked up in the body and the mind, we're no good to anybody. So let's take care of ourselves first and foremost so we can serve. Bring the knees back up to center. Unfold the legs. Draw both knees towards the belly, chest. Squeeze. Rock front to back about 4 or 5 times. You can make this noise if you like. And then rock yourself up to your seat. Nice long spine, hands to knees or thighs. A little bit of movement with the head to make sure the neck stays malleable. Big inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. All right, nice work. Namaste. Awesome work, yogis. If you like this practice, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comment section below. If you want to add on an extra 10 minutes to this practice, click here. If you want to add on 20 minutes, click down here. And make sure you subscribe to my channel by clicking onto my picture over here. Take care of yourself. I love you guys. Peace.